Well, hey everybody, we are trying out guitars in the warehouse. I don't know, I know which guitars I'm going to play, but I have no idea what musically I'm about to play because we're just kind of letting these guitars lead us. We have no agenda other than, I don't know where you live, but where we live, it is a snowy day. Jordan, would you say it's one of the colder days that you've been alive?
One of them.
It's pretty cold. It's cold, but that's okay. It's warm here in the warehouse. We got guitars. Couldn't be happier. I see old Alex DeWin. Speaking of cold, Alex, you're up there in Canada. What's the temperature up there right now? Lay it on me. While you're thinking about that, I don't want to get into the QVC realm of things, but I can't help it. I got to talk about this guitar just for a second. This is a Fender Custom Shop. This is based off of a 63. Look at the neck on that. This is one I got to pick out. I got to design this one. I got to check a bunch of little boxes and pick this one out. This is a agave, so it's like a blue agave over a silver sparkle. I don't know if you can see that, but this is a really cool guitar. It's got two hand-wound Poblano single coil pickups in it, and then it's got a Seymour Duncan Antiquity hand-wound in the bridge. It's really cool. I'm playing through a Car Sportsman, kind of clean, on the precipice of breakup. This is the neck pickup. Here it comes real quick. I'm going to give him the neck pickup. This is going to be position number 2. It's going to be the middle position. I don't know about you, but on a Strat, for me, the middle position is like easily the most overlooked pickup. Comment below if you play on the middle position all the time. Just then, this one has an incredible middle position, especially with this amp. And it's a Car Sportsman, which is, I believe this is a kind of loosely based on a Princeton. It's like a 6v6 style amp. You know, it breaks up really nice, and I can do that if you're interested. But that middle position sounds awesome. Listen to that one more time. I don't know if you're getting all the chime across the internet here, but this middle position is really super chimey. Let's go ahead and do position number 4 now. This is humbucker and middle pickup. Real quick. Oh, Tony, there you are. 4 and 5 for me on the Strat. Well, yeah. I mean, that's it. That's the bee's knees right there. Thank you for your kind words, Tony. Good to see you, Ernie. Let's see, Alex, you never did tell me how cold it is in Canada. I got to know before we can go on. Question number 4. And then bridge position with this clean amp. This might take your eyebrows off a little bit, but a little bit of paste, a little blue collar ingenuity, you can get them glued back on your face real quick. Here it comes. But that same sound, I'm going to, I might just try to crank this just a skosh here. Jordan, let me know if this kills you here. Bit of overdrive ain't bad. All right, let's try another one. What else we got? Oh, here comes old Mike Henderson. Mike, what you got, buddy?
Buddy, I found a Novo.
Found a Novo.
Play all that cool stuff with some P90s. Here, let me trade you.
With some green 90s?
Green 90s, some green 90s. Not even on the website yet. Look at that.
Hot off the presses. Tell me about this guitar. What can you tell me about it?
Well, P90s, it's green. It's fantastic. Missing the tremolo, very Jazzmaster-like. You know, they got the look. They got the look to it. But
I see the case over there. You got a bar you can grab over there, and I can.
That is the case over there.
Yeah.
Let me get a bar. Let me get a bar.
We just started carrying these, and I have to say I am extremely impressed. The weight is perfect. Meaning it's not so light that it feels like insignificant, but it's not heavy. It's the right amount of. That's a substantial guitar.
Balance too, don't you think?
Yeah.
That's the important thing.
Yeah.
It's balance. Oh, here, sorry.
Look at this wiggle stick.
Look at that.
Go ahead.
It's funny looking. The push in, the kind I prefer. There you go. And then it just stays where you want it. Look at that.
I like that.
Look at that.
Tune this bad boy up
These
here.
things are cool. Yeah, they're fresh. We've had those, 3 days, 4 days?
Yeah.
So
Let's try this.
I know I like it. His guitar lesson with this guy, folks.
Hey,
Listen to that. That was cool.
this, is this a Mass Street bridge? Is that what that is?
I believe it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
smooth.
Really smooth.
A lot of range of motion
Really
with it, but
smooth.
it's very,
Yeah.
very responsive. I don't know if I've seen bridge quite. Is that what the mastery then? So we can dial them in like that?
Whatever's happening here, I
That's
really,
really
like
cool.
it.
I
And
know.
also, like, I don't normally like offset jazz mastery kind of things, but this is really great.
Yeah.
The neck on here is to absolutely die for.
See, I do like offset jazz mastery things, so
Yeah.
it wins.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
wins
yeah.
all the things.
No,
What
it's-
a neat guitar.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Excited to have him.
Look at Lane Phillips. Oh, Lane Phillips. Brother, good to hear from you.
As usual.
Yeah, I love Lane. Lane's an awesome harmonica player. And then the Green Hornet. Yes.
Exactly.
You could fight crime with this.
You could. You definitely
Yeah.
could.
I mean, I'd hate to hit somebody in the head with it because I don't know that it'd take them down totally, but you get their attention.
Yeah.
By golly, you'd have undivided attention. All right. Let me
Yeah.
play a little bit more on this.
Yeah,
And
check
then
it.
you got anything else cool back there?
I'll find something. Yeah.
Sorry. I really like this middle position pick up here. Jordan, I'm gonna go back here to this middle and just kind of roll for a second on this. Bag it up. Y'all can't have this one. That's really cool. That is really cool. And you know what? I'm not normally a huge headstock kind of guy. Jordan knows this. But this, I don't know, somehow they nailed the aesthetic on this for me. And this has opened my eyes and my mind. I'm willing to try new things. You know what? I will go to that weird hole-in-the-wall restaurant. Let's go. Right? Jay Sauce, you're awesome. Thank you. You are too sweet. All right, let's do another one. I might. I'm gonna do it. You know what? I'm gonna do this one right here. Well, here. Why don't you go ahead? Because I'm nervous about that bar. I don't want that bar. So wouldn't it be awful if I'm just kidding? All right. This is another one that I got to pick out. This is a Fender Esquire in graffiti yellow, much like another one pickup guitar that's in TV yellow. And this one is it's got a Seymour Duncan Antiquity in the bridge, and it's a mean guitar. I love a one pickup guitar. I really do. It takes you places that two pickups just will not go. Some would say, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I like it. I like the story of it. Some would say because of the lack of the presence of the other pickup, which has magnets in it, and that magnetic pull would affect the resonance of the strings to some degree. Because of the lack of that other pickup, your strings vibrate a little more freely. I don't know if the science will back that up, but the theory is pretty awesome. And I do think a one pickup guitar forces you to use your volume knob a little bit more. It just absolutely does. I'm going to crank this amp up here a little bit. Jordan, let me know if this is too much. Way forward is volume and tone. Normal. In the middle, you will lose your tone. Why is that cool? Well, I'll tell you, because you could set your tone down lower, and I'll demonstrate here in a second. So you can kind of get that kind of Clapton Cream era thing where the tone is turned down on the pickup, and you kind of get that kind of, what do you call it, the woman tone kind of sound. And then all the way in the back is pickup straight to output. No volume, no tone, nothing in the way, just you and destiny. Let her rip, tater chip, right? I'm gonna play a little bit on this. I'm going to turn my tone down here, and that's going to, you kind of got to play with it a little bit. The Barbarian Trucker Show says, that's Patrick. Too bad you couldn't demo that beautiful looking and sounding Novo Cirrus J. If you want to let me know, I will let you borrow it. That reverse headstock on that telly is beautiful. Why, thank you for your generosity, my friend. I sure do appreciate that, and I might take you up on it. Also, who doesn't love a reverse headstock? Mike?
I'm a fan.
Mike's a fan. Mike's into it. Jordan? Yeah. Jordan, a little bit of hesitation. A little bit of hesitation. All right. Landon? Yeah. No comment. I like a backwards headstock. I think it's cool. All right, what do we got?
This.
Whoa.
I know.
What is that?
Custom shop
Look at
ES335.
Look at that.
Oh my goodness. Not even on the website yet. We just got photos of this thing. It just came in the other day. I am a massive 335 fan.
Oh, yes, you are.
This is super cool. I know. The stinger on the back of the headstock, all in ebony. It's super cool.
That's pretty cool.
This is it, man.
It's got
Here.
the stinger. Oh, man.
Make it sing.
Make sure I don't.
Yeah, also make sure you don't. It's
Yeah.
in tune.
It's in tune?
iTunes Jet.
Look at that. All right,
Look at that.
I'm going to clean
Service.
this up just a little bit. I'm going to clean this up.
Let's hear it.
Plug this in. So this is, what's the color?
The color?
Silver burst?
Silver?
Inca silver?
I'll get a for sure color. I didn't bother. I was just in love. I didn't ask any questions. Gotcha.
Oh! J-Saw says, whoa! You got to be quicker on the trigger, Jordan. We're out here live streaming. Hey, y'all, give a hand clap emoji for Jordan back there. He works hard. He puts up with me on a day-to-day basis. The store is covering all his therapy bill, though.
It is.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, okay.
Jordan is the best. And to answer your question, the color is, get this, silver. It's called silver
How about that?
with ebony.
Okay.
So let's
There
not
you go.
overthink it.
Yeah, it's not overthinking.
It presents itself right
It's
there.
got a stinger on it.
It's
Get outta
gorgeous.
here. If that doesn't butter your muffin,
Gorgeous.
you don't get breakfast.
You don't get muffins
That's
or
it.
butter.
That's it. Okay, I just don't want to scratch it up here.
Oh, yeah,
Flip my
for sure.
buttons here. All right, here we go. I tell you what, this thing plays about as good as any guitar I've ever played. I mean, it is an effortless instrument to play on. That was all neck pickup. This is middle pickup coming at you here for a little bit. Here we go. Before we get going, Jordan, you've got a lot of hand claps in here. Look at all these people that love you. You got love from old John Smith. Hadn't said a word until I said, take up for Jordan. John, boom, to the rescue.
Well, he said he loves the Fender minus the reverse headstock.
Loves the Fender well, you know, everybody's got an opinion. I love you, John. We do have other Tellys, but I got to tell you, a Telly in graffiti yellow with a reverse headstock, I feel like somebody's going to buy you a steak dinner if you just walk in the establishment with that. That is such a statement. It is, I don't know, somewhere between cowboy. It's Rambo First Blood, the first movie. You know what I mean? You're like a drifter walking into a town. You're just trying to get something to eat. Maybe say hi to a few people, right? I just watched that last night. Middle pickup. All right, here comes the bridge pickup. I'm going to turn the gain on the amp up a little bit for this. And by a little bit, I mean all the way up. That's mighty fine, folks. That's mighty fine. Let's do another one. How about a little love to PRS? How about a little love to PRS on an NF53? Boom. I'm going to get this clean again. Thank you, John Smith. That guitar does sound incredible. I appreciate you. I surely do. Okay, so this is the NF53. I'm going to start on the neck pickup, and I'm going to work my way back through all the different positions. If you haven't played one of these, you should. Obviously, this looks like a T-style guitar. This has a few tricks up its sleeve. There are all the traditional tones that you would expect from a T-style guitar, but also, you know, I got to interview PRS, Paul Smith, here at the NAMM show recently, and one of the things he said to me that was really kind of something I hadn't thought of. Well, he said a lot of things, you know, that blew my mind about frequency, and if you haven't watched that, it's on our YouTube channel. There's a Paul Reed Smith interview. But one of the things he said that I thought was really interesting is I asked him, you know, something to the effect of, you know, what's something you're excited about with Paul Reed Smith, or what's you know, something that's on the horizon. He said, you know, I feel like now, and Jordan, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I feel like now we finally have, like, people recognize that's the Paul Reed Smith tone. And I thought that was a really interesting comment, because that really is true. PRS has really worked, you know, hadn't been around as long as Fender and Gibson. And, you know, when people say Strat tone, there's all these instant things that you think of as far as reference points. The same thing with like a Les Paul or a Tele. And now I feel like with PRS, there is definitely like this, oh yeah, it's a really, you know, harmonically rich. It's a thick tone, and there's a lot of harmonic bloom to it, a lot of frequency coming through the pickups. So without further ado, let me just go through these pickups. Position number 2. Actually, yeah, middle. Put a little dirt on that. All right, so now we're on the back pickup. Here we go. Tony says, I am full of shenanigans today. Old Emmett McWoods jumped on here. Sounds good from outside the warehouse. And it says, can't believe you're getting paid to do this, Nate. Love you, buddy. Yes, let's see. Patrick is saying that PRS equals Stradivarius. There's a really interesting comment from that YouTube interview where Paul Smith talked about, he actually has had real Stradivarius. Everybody thinks they've got a Stradivarius in their grandpa's barn. I love you, but it's just not true. But Paul Smith actually picked up a real Stradivarius, and he had some really, really interesting, amazing things to say about that instrument and what he learned from it. If you haven't watched the interview, that little nugget right there is worth the price of admission, and it costs you nothing, so go watch it. But yeah, these pickups sound fantastic. One of the things about PRS pickups that I always like is that the volume knob is super responsive. There's a lot of information that the pickups allow through, and yeah, they sound amazing. Speaking of amazing, how about we check out this James Tyler Studio Elite. Look at this thing. They got the whole schmear finish going. I got to meet Rich from James Tyler, and he is absolutely a wonderful human being. I really hope I can get these pickup options right. One of my favorite descriptions of the James Tyler pickup options, the Studio Elite options, is the LA switches. Rich tells a funny story. If you go and you follow him on Instagram, you'll find the video. But he tells a funny story of being in an elevator, and the elevator door opens, and there's Vince Gill. And Vince Gill sees the guitar, and he goes, "Hey, is that one of them guitars with the LA switches on it?" And what he's referring to is guys like Michael Landau. That's the first one that comes to mind. But also other cats were using these guitars. I think Steve Lukather and a bunch of people, a bunch of studio guys. There's a sound that this guitar makes that you hear on a ton of records. It's that kind of Billie Jean direct into the console, real crisp, articulate, super funky, and just it has that great 80s kind of thing, which is back in a major way now. So anyway, who would have called that? Let's see, Tony says, looks really cool. There's Michael. Hey, Michael. Michael says, sorry if I missed it, but what amp are you using? Michael, I am using a CARR, C-A-R-R Sportsman. Just a second ago, I had that sucker cranked, and the CARR amps have a attenuator built into it. So it sounded really loud, like maybe through the microphone on the live stream, but in here, I mean, it wasn't awful at all. I mean, nowhere near as loud as I've ever been, not even close. But it sounded really good. So without further ado, I'm just going to go through these pickups here, and I'll let you know when I get to the LA sound. I believe, Jordan, I think they call that the Schmo. I think as a Michael Landauism. Yeah. If somebody knows the story of that, comment below. I just need to Google that, but that Schmo sound. Anyway, maybe I'm saying it wrong. If I am, please forgive me. I'm just really, if you watch the interview on YouTube with Rich from James Tyler, he and I talked a little bit before and a whole lot after that because we really just kind of hit it off. Like I said, he's an amazing human being. But I learned so much about this company. It's funny how sometimes when you learn about a company, it changes the way you feel about the instruments they make. And it's not that I didn't like them before, but I really became endeared to what James Tyler is doing over there after talking with Rich for a little bit. So anyway, let me play some of these. So my quick observations as I was going through this pickup selection, position number 2 and number 4, especially when I engaged the switches, was everything I wanted it to be. It was that really crispy, funky kind of thing. The back pickup, which is really interesting, almost had like a round compression to it, and it instantly kind of put me sort of in pedal steel kind of tone. There is this black knob here, which is like a mid-range boost, I think. I mean, it's given like a whoa to the bottom end, right? So what I want to do now is I want to crank this amp and then use this boost and see if we can kind of get in that Clapton era, like strap through a Bassman, cranked, sort of post Layla, Tulsa, sort of 80s era, pre-Forever Man kind of Clapton. That's pretty descriptive, I think. Okay. I just also noticed as I was playing up here, the frets are a little scalloped as you get up there. That means Tony, this is a James Tyler guitars. A lot of people just call them a Tyler because of that. And by the way, I think the story there is, first of all, the headstock was made because in their manufacturing process, this sat on the rack in a way that was more stable than the other design. And so he just went with that. So it doesn't mean anything other than that was sort of a utilitarian decision. And then it says James Tyler, and Tyler is really huge. I guess there was a font, or no, there was this piece of stationery that he saw at like a doctor or dentist's office that was the exact same thing. He goes, okay, that's cool, I'll just do that. James Tyler started off as a guitar tech for Norm's Rare Guitars. And watch that video on our YouTube channel. Watch the video on the YouTube channel. It'll tell you everything you need to know. James Tyler Guitars. But as I was going through this, man, that mid boost, that definitely has that, to my ear anyway, has that kind of thick, Stratty mid boost Clapton thing. You know what I mean? It's cool. It's a sound. It gets you almost kind of in fuzz territory. So very cool. It's built into the guitar. And I'm just, no effects here, by the way. I'm just literally just playing through this amp. That's it. So, yeah, Tony, I'm glad you like it. All right. Maybe let's do one more. Are we okay on time, or should we keep going? Can we do two more? Two more guitars? Okay. Yeah, we can do two more. Let's do it. Let's do a doozy. Can't go wrong with the doozy. Boom. What's that?
Need me to get you another one?
Yeah, if you want to. It's all up to you. All right, see what we got here. Let me turn this. Let's see here. Okay, here, hold on. It's got a kill switch on it. I'm just going to go through these pickups. I'll play for a little bit. Tony says, yes, agree. I'm with you, fellas. All right. Yeah, you got it. Mr. Banana Ketchup says, I really like the tune you're playing. You probably mean, I think you mean this. Was it that one? That's a little thing I came up with a long time ago. I will eventually put that down on a recording, which you will help fund through GoFundMe, and I will call it Banana Ketchup. That is a Nate White promise to you, sir. All right. I was just on middle. I was on neck pickup the first time for that tune. The middle was the little funky thing after. This is going to be the position. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 positions. This is going to be position number 3. That's that kind of out of phase thing, and it's really cool. I feel like it's I don't know. I just like it for a rhythm kind of thing. But I guess you could also do this kind of deal with it. Lots of different tones. One of the things I absolutely love about Duesenberg guitars is they are all very unique in terms of, it's not a direct copy or, kind of a cover, if you will, of somebody else's tune. All of their, even though their guitars sort of look like from 25 feet away-ish, vintage guitars, right? Meaning like they kind of look like they're from the same universe as the old vintage Strat, Tele, Les Paul. They really kind of do their own thing, and their pickups have their own sound. And I would imagine every studio guitar player out there has a Duesenberg in their arsenal because they really have this great sound. They're on tons of records. They're on more records than what I realized, and I know this because when I went and met with the guys at Duesenberg and they started talking about their clients and as far as like which records had them that wasn't widely known, I was blown away. So they make a lot of really cool guitars. All right, let's do a Les Paul. Boom. A Les Paul. How we doing? You guys enjoying this? Who's out there still? If anybody has any questions, comments, song requests that I probably won't know, please put in the comments below. You can also give us a call at 417-882-7002. That doesn't hurt either. I'm here. I will pick up the phone. Howdy Revolution. Me and Mike are going to start a band called the Howdy Revolution. Hey Mike, how you doing? All right, here we go. Les Paul. I'm gonna leave this thing where it was. It's a little dirty, a little gnarly, but that's okay. It likes it. The 58. It might be a 59. It might be a 59. Nova Lou says, I have had my eye on a Les Paul for that kind of sound. Yeah, man, that kind of clean, kind of dirty, dark, kind of in that where country and R&B and rock and roll and jazz all kind of meet. What I was doing was middle pickup or middle position, and then I've got my bridge turned down just a little bit. And let me see if I can find that tone again. Everything's wide open right now. But I've got my bridge turned down. I'll turn my bridge down just a little bit. And then my neck, I'll just kind of barely turn it down. So let me try that again. How about one more? What you got, Jordan? Reverend. This is an expensive guitar stand right here.
I know. Don't knock it over.
Yeah, don't knock it over. All right. Reverend. Love me a Reverend guitar. Well made. Great sounding. Talk about unique sounding pickups. These have the rail hammer pickups in them. They are very, very, very cool. Ken Haas is an absolute hoot of a human being. Oh, wait a second. That's a baritone.
They wanted to mess with you.
Oh, Tricky McTrickerton. Here's a baritone. Let me get this thing tuned up. All right, I'll play your baritone. I'm not going to know any of your angry young man music, though. I'm settled down. I'm like old Hank Williams Jr. was talking about. I was rowdy, but Lord have mercy, I've settled down. I was actually settled down. You know what I mean? I didn't really have a whole lot of say in it. If I wanted to continue to operate freely in the United States of America, I had to settle down. Oh, it's got that tremolo on it, so you can't be resting back here on the trim and acting all out of hand. Here, I'm going to turn the reverb up. I'm going to turn the headroom up here so this little amp can keep up. So on a Reverend, you've got this this low cut, bass cut thing. So I'm gonna start on the neck pickup, and I'll just go through the different pickups here. Here we go. That's a solid request. However, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get online and I'm going to look up the chords for Wichita alignment. Because I don't want to screw that up. That song, who knows who wrote Wichita alignment? And can you name another great song written by the same person? I am willing to wait. This is one of the greatest songwriters. And by the way, to my understanding, I think he wrote Wichita alignment along with a couple of these other great songs when he was about 19 or 20 years old, which is amazing. Let's see, who's got it? Mark says, Wichita alignment, please, with the baritone. Mark, I had to look real quick at these chords here real quick. I don't think that's right. Who's going to answer my question? Who's got it? This is my favorite Glenn song. Yeah, well, you're not wrong. It's a great song. But who wrote it? Who knows? Come on, it's a Google search away while I'm looking for the chords. You look like a genius on this chat. You could just answer. It's a great song written by, I'll give you a hint. The same person wrote MacArthur Park that Donna Summer made a huge hit. Waylon Jennings tried his hand at it. It was recently in the most recent version of Beetlejuice. Yeah, but it was the Richard Harris version, which is good, but in my personal opinion, comes nowhere near old Donna Summer. But that's just my personal opinion. You can take that for what it's worth. All right. MacArthur Park in Galveston, that's right. But who wrote it? Name the name. Name the name. Jimmy Webb. Jordan Carr comes in clutch. Jimmy Webb. There's a great Rick Beato interview where he's sitting there with Jimmy. This guy's a musical genius. This guy's a musical genius and a lyrical genius here. Let me see if I can stagger through the chords of Wichita Lineman. Maybe not quite a lineman, but definitely a Wichita guy. There you go. Not bad, not bad. That sound suits you, Nate. Let's see, 11 inches there, 85 here in Florida. Hey, Michael, you ain't kidding. What was the final snow that we got down here? Do you know? We got a lot of snow here. I mean, we got a lot of snow, and it's still kind of everywhere. So 85 down here in Florida. Don't rub it in, Mike. We love you. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Well, here's a couple more pickup sounds on this thing. Here's the middle pickup. I don't know if you can feel it, but when that bass contour rolled in and up here in the room, it was just like all of a sudden a bass player came walking in and sat down. You know what I mean? So it's a cool sound here. I'll play a little bit more here and we'll move on. Tony says, just sounds bad, money. Oh, man. Well, guys, thank you so much for jumping on this live stream with us. Before we close off, if anybody's got any questions, you better speak now or forevermore hold your peace. And if you think we ought to do this again, please comment below. Please share this. If you don't know about Chords and Coffee is a Saturday morning guitar lesson that comes to you for free every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Central Time. We'll be doing a Chords and Coffee lesson this Saturday. We'd love to have you part of the live chat of that as well. And also, if any of these guitars, you were like, that's really cool, I want to know more information about it, 417-882-7000. Just give us a call. We're here. We'll answer the phone. Also, you can find them on our website. So we appreciate you guys watching. I'm looking at the comments here real quick. Hey, thanks. We're on here for an hour, almost an hour and a half. Thanks for rolling with us. If this was fun, please let us know, and we will do it again. Tony says, I'll take one of everything. You got my card. God bless you, Tony. That's the kind of response I was hoping for. We'll definitely take you. You know what? And I'll pick me out something nice, too. Thanks, buddy. Yes, I will play us out. Banana Ketchup says, looking forward on the next episode already. Well, thank you. If you guys want to do this again, please let us know in the comments once this video pops up again. And I will play us out with something.